What's up, all you Quantum Maniacs? I'm DeQwan Young, and today we present our projections for the next 5 Super Bowl matchups and champions. Don't forget to subscribe to TPS and make sure you hit the bell and turn on our notifications and join the notification squad. And don't forget to leave your video ideas down in the comments below. We're looking and we'll give you a shout out in the video if we use it. So back in April of 2017, we here at TPS projected the next 5 Super Bowl champions and the next 5 Super Bowl matchups. So far, so bad. We had the Packers beating the Chiefs in Super Bowl 52. Wrong. We had the Seahawks beating the Raiders in Super Bowl 53. Wrong. We had the Dallas Cowboys defeating the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 54. And thanks to Denver and probably Dallas too, you can chalk up another L for us there. Super Bowl 55, way off. There's no way we're staying true to our original prediction of having the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take down the Pittsburgh Steelers. No way. Super Bowl 56, we said the Tennessee Titans would beat the Eagles, and that's still kind of promising, but we'd still like a mulligan on that one. And let's keep in mind that it's very hard to project where the NFL will be and what it will look like in the next 5 years. Just 5 years ago, the idea of the Patriots reaching 4 Super Bowls in 5 years seemed ludicrous, since parity seemed inevitable with the Colts, Broncos, Steelers, and Ravens and Texans on the come-up. Nobody called a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl 52 championship until it actually happened. And the Rams, who were experts at 7-win seasons, suddenly made the Super Bowl? How did this all happen? How did we get here? The bottom line is this. We're gonna have some fun and try to forecast the future. There's a great chance we strike out all 5 times, and you guys in the comment section will love it. But hey, as Michael Scott said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so, because we didn't have a crystal ball with us in 2017, we're gonna give this another shot. So have fun with it, look back in 5 years, and remind us if we were right or way off. Super Bowl 54, the New Orleans Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle of 2 teams that lost their 2018 conference championship games in heartbreaking fashion due to some controversial and awful officiating calls. Well, both the Saints and Chiefs will be out in full force trying to get over the heartbreak. 30 other teams will simply pay for the poor officiating that stole the headline on Conference Championship weekend a year ago. Regardless, 2018 was a fun year for both Drew Brees and Patrick Mahomes. The former surpassed Peyton Manning as the all-time passing yards leader, while Mahomes won the MVP in his first full year as KC starter, tossing 50 touchdown passes while leading Kansas City to its first AFC Championship appearance in 25 years. They say defense wins championships in the NFL, and that may be true, but the Saints and Chiefs were awfully close to getting there in 2018. And the Super Bowl 52 champion Philadelphia Eagles were an offensive-driven team. So, yeah, you don't need a great defense to win, just a really good quarterback. Except the Saints have an above-average defensive unit led by star pass rusher Cameron Jordan and shutdown corner Marshawn Lattimore. The Chiefs rebuilt their front 7 and signed the Honey Badger, who should be an upgrade over Eric Berry. Since we're believers in the Super Bowl hangover, you can rule out the Rams from winning the NFC in 2019. So who's left realistically to beat New Orleans in the conference? Maybe the Eagles or the Chicago Bears? We're still skeptical. As for the AFC, things are looking up for the Chiefs. We know the Chargers will never stop choking in the big games, and the New England Patriots are gonna miss Rob Gronkowski. And Tom Brady isn't getting any younger, but it's still Tom Brady, but we'll give it to the Chiefs this time. And the Pittsburgh Steelers totally unraveled and look like an afterthought. Now, Brees and Mahomes will go toe-to-toe on the grandest stage in Miami. And after clashing for the MVP award all season long for a second straight year, who will come out on top? We think the winner will be the New Orleans Saints. Ultimately, the Saints will be motivated to bring Brees that final championship before he hangs up the cleats on his storied career. Not just that, but the Saints' defense is significantly better than Kansas City's. They'll be able to make some timely stops, whereas KC will struggle to get after Brees, and they have nobody to slow down Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. The Saints win 27-23, while Kansas City's wait for another Super Bowl remains on hold. Super Bowl 55, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Rams. The Colts were supposed to reach multiple Super Bowls with Andrew Luck by now, but kidney and shoulder injuries hampered him from 2015 to 17. GM Chris Ballard was able to fix this mess in a short time, hiring Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Frank Reich to take over in 2018 after Josh McDaniels spurned him. The Colts had one of the NFL's top offensive lines in 2018. Rookie of the Year Darius Leonard will lead this defense for years to come. Luck, T.Y. Hilton, and Marlon Mack might be the NFL's next great offensive triplets. And after such a long wait, the Colts will finally be back in the Super Bowl. As for the Rams, they're still locked and loaded to get back to multiple Super Bowls under Sean McVay and Jared Goff. Don't worry, Rams fans. This team will avenge that crushing Super Bowl 53 defeat soon enough. Goff, Brandon Cooks, Aaron Donald, and Todd Gurley will front a stacked Rams team. The offense won't miss a beat in 2020, and their secondary will be even better by this time, assuming Marcus Peters finds his way in Wade Phillips' defense. So who wins Super Bowl 55 in Tampa Bay? Drum roll, please. The Los Angeles Rams. If there's one group that can disrupt Indy's toughest nails offensive line, it's Aaron Donald and company. The Rams' front seven didn't do much in Super Bowl 53, but they'll draw up the right plays and get in Luck's kitchen here. We see both Luck and Goff making a handful of mistakes. They'll both be under duress, thus missing open receivers and making some ill-advised throws. But at the end of the day, Gurley and Cooks take over and help the Rams win their first Super Bowl in over 2 decades. Final score, let's go with 24-20. Super Bowl 56, Chicago Bears versus Cleveland Browns. We see the Bears and Browns, young powerhouse teams, needing just a tad bit more time before they finally break through and reach the Super Bowl. But remember, these two franchises have been among the NFL's worst over the past 30 years or so. The wait will have been worth it though. The Bears will be bringing in their elite defense led by Khalil Mack and whoever else they add over the next 3 years. But the offense might be this team's identity, with Mitch Trubisky taking his game to an MVP level. Tariq Cohen and Allen Robinson should also be playing prominent roles on this unit. For the Browns, Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., and Nick Chubb will bring an explosive offense to the big game. Although Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward will also be widely responsible for getting the Browns here. 2 of the game's top young quarterbacks go at it in Los Angeles. So who ends their championship drought? Let's do another drum roll. The Cleveland Browns. This has the chance to be one of the most memorable Super Bowls ever. How will Mayfield and this Cleveland offense get past the Bears' formidable defensive unit? Well, the bigger question might be if Trubisky can solve the Garrett and Ward-led Browns defense. We've seen pass rushing sensations like Von Miller, Ray Lewis, and Lawrence Taylor take over games like this. And Garrett will be in his prime at this point, and this is where he'll leave his mark by wreaking havoc on Trubisky and the Bears O-line. Mayfield, OBJ, and Landry will simply be too much for the Bears to handle. 6 years after the Indians lost to the Cubs in the 2016 World Series, Cleveland exacts revenge by beating Chicago in Super Bowl 56, 23-17. Super Bowl 57, the Los Angeles Rams versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Believe the hype, we have the Rams punching their 3rd Super Bowl berth in 5 years here. That's how it is when you have a brilliant young head coach and a star-studded offense full of young talent, and the best defensive player in the NFL as well. Let's not forget about that epic Monday nighter between the Rams and Chiefs, where Goff outdueled Mahomes by a final score of 54-51. While Mahomes and the Chiefs will have endured enough playoff heartbreaks, the Rams will be shooting for their 2nd title in 3 seasons, trying to earn themselves the label as the next NFL dynasty. Both teams will have added some more core players by this time, and it's anybody's guess if Andy Reid will still be head coach in Kansas City. We'd like to think so, since he's the man who oversaw Patrick Mahomes' development and quickly turned him into the NFL's next great quarterback. We think Mahomes is going to be just lights out in this game. No matter what kind of packages the Rams throw at him, Mahomes will maneuver around it and toy with the LA defense. And when all is said and done, Mahomes will win the first of multiple Super Bowls in his career. That's right, the winner is Kansas City, and their Super Bowl drought will end. The Rams dynasty will be on hold as Kansas City will take it home 30-24. Super Bowl 58, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The 49ers will meet their former Bay Area counterparts, and by this time, the Raiders will be settled into their new home, Las Vegas Stadium. It'll be fun to see who the folks in Oakland cheer for. The team that ditched them or the team that most of them have hated for years. At either rate, John Gruden's long-term project will have paid off. We don't see Derek Carr being the quarterback by this time, and Antonio Brown will likely be retired or gone from the Raiders too. But with bundles of cap space and a plethora of picks, the Raiders will have built up a championship caliber team. As for the 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo will have finally broken through, making it to the Super Bowl for the first time as a starter. DeForest Buckner, D Ford, and Solomon Thomas will be anchoring an elite defensive line as well. So who will take this contest between teams that have been downright terrible for most of the 21st century? We pick San Francisco. It's so hard to project what will happen in New Orleans on February 4th, 2024. But at any rate, we've got the 49ers winning their 6th Super Bowl, tying the Steelers and Patriots for the most for any franchise. Jimmy G delivers and joins Joe Montana and Steve Young as franchise legends. The 49ers take it 27-20. As for the Raiders, this will have only been a starting point. Lots of time to get back there and vie for more titles. Who do you think will play in the next 5 Super Bowls, and who will the winners be? Join us in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we truly appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.